Hello guys, and welcome back to 3G Video. Today we have an exciting, little bit different video for you, going back over some of the best moments of 2021. Now this video is not just a recap of all the videos that we had back in the year. We actually have a lot of new content that was never shown on the channel itself, but were some of my favorite moments in the making of some of these videos and just the process of getting to where we are today. So let's go ahead and get started with today's video. So as I said, there were a lot of things that actually didn't make it to the YouTube channel for this past year that happened. One of those is I actually went to the Cleetus and Cars event early in the year in Indianapolis. Their first time in Indy. It was a really good show. I had a lot of fun. But one thing stuck out. I was there taking some pictures, just having a good time with some buddies. And I got a picture of this 240SX. It was just sitting there in the light, and I was able to get a picture. That was one of my favorite pictures of this past year, and it never made it to the screen because I never made a video over that actual event, but had a lot of fun at it, and Cleetus puts on a good event. So that was one of them. And then another one that actually was off of a video that I filmed for my church is a picture of my own motorcycle. I know this is a car channel and we do that, but I wanted to show this picture of my bike because, one, it just meant so much to me and I thought it turned out so good. So that is my Triumph Daytona 675. Great bike. I love riding it, but I know you guys haven't seen it on the channel in a while because we kind of moved over to car stuff. However, I wanted to add that into one of my favorite parts of 2021. Now, the next one is another photo, but there's a story that goes along with it because I actually took a big trip over this year that was never recorded. I never had anything online about it. Me and my family actually went on a vacation and just kind of went and enjoyed and went and took pictures and had a lot of fun at it. But with this being the best of, that was one of the best trips I've ever taken. I'd wanted to see the Grand Canyon for a long time. I wanted to see Salt Flats, and I wanted to see Pikes Peak. I wanted to see the Four Corners, and all of that happened in this trip. But coming around to this photo that I have, there's a little bit of backstory. We were driving through Nebraska. We stopped at Kearney to see the drag strip just because it was one of the drag and drive stops for race week. So we stopped there just to see the track, and we started running on one of the highways instead of the interstate. Went through a little town. And I was taking pictures of trains because, as you may know from one of the videos that just came out not too long ago, I grew up loving trains, and I still do enjoy them. But I was focusing on a train that we were following. We were driving a road right beside the train track. I was taking pictures of the train, and my dad was driving while I was taking pictures out the window, and he pulls off the road real quick, and I was like, what's going on? You know, like expecting to follow the train because I was still trying to get some shots. I hadn't got what I was really trying to yet. And I was like, what are you doing? And he pulls into this parking lot, and there's this Chevy Apache just sitting there on bags, and here's a picture of it. Beautiful truck. I got to go around, take a couple different pictures of it. It was just sitting in a parking lot in a parts store, a hardware store, and I couldn't believe how well those pictures turned out. I loved this particular picture. It's actually one of my backgrounds. I have a print of it made up at home that I really, really enjoy. So that became something really special to me. And then we went from there, took a couple days, got out to the Bonneville Salt Flats, had a lot of fun out there. I got some pictures. Found out the Camry can do 115 out on the salt, and then went down to the Grand Canyon. I'd never seen the Grand Canyon before, and this comes into our next little clip here. This is a story that I filmed because I wasn't sure what was going to happen with it. I didn't make a full video on the trip, but I wanted to film my reaction and what was the first time that I saw the Grand Canyon. We actually got there the night before. It was dark by the time we got to our cabin that was not too far away. It wasn't in the park yet, but it was on the north side up on the mountain. And we were staying in a cabin, got in there, and the sky is just beautiful out there. I got to go out. I took the time to go out really early in the morning, got out at like 3 a.m., take some pictures of the stars because I wanted to see that. And then I went down into the park to see the Grand Canyon at sunrise for the very first time. I took a trail out, and it was kind of sketchy because you look off and there's just black because it was dark. Like, it was very, very early in the morning, going out on this trail. And I looked off and was like, oh, I bet that goes down pretty far. But I didn't, you never didn't know because you can't see anything. But I get out to the end of the trail, which is on one of the peaks, and that's where this happened. Okay, so we are on our trip. It is very difficult to see. Hold up. Okay, so I set up a light. I decided this morning, wow, my hair's a mess, to get up slightly early. We are on our trip out west. And I decided that it would be a good idea to get up at 2:30 in the morning to go take some shots of the night sky because of where I am. It is very dark at night. You can see a lot more stars than normal. So I did that. And then, because I was up so early, I decided I wanted to watch the sunrise. And I think I found a pretty good spot to watch it. Yeah, just kind of waiting for the sun to come up to reveal everything. You can kind of see one of the peaks over here. And yeah, I have no idea. Like, I cannot see down. Like, I can't see. It's just dark. So it'll be really cool. I mean, this camera's picking up a lot more light than what you can actually see. But it'll be really cool to just see the sunrise and for it to just reveal the chasm that is in front of me. So, yeah, that was breathtaking to see the sun come up and then just reveal the canyon right there. Those just sheer drop-offs. It was breathtaking. I mean, you see pictures of it and like, you see this video, and if you've never been there, like, you see it and you're like, oh yeah, that's cool. And it is from the pictures, but when you're there in person, it was just very breathtaking, a humbling moment to think, okay, yeah, I'm small. Like, we're all really small. And that was such a cool part of the trip. And I wanted to make sure to include that in the best of 2021 because, well, that was one of clearly the best moments in my life in 2021. So that was really cool. And then we start moving into whenever I started making videos a little bit more in this year, again, on Power Tour. I went on Power Tour, started making videos a little bit more regularly then, and the first day on Power Tour, I had the opportunity to take some pictures with some of the photographers from Hot Rod Magazine. At the end of the day, I was going back to the hotel, I saw them on the side of the road, stopped in, just started talking to them. They were able to give me some pointers. They're a really cool group of people. It was so cool to get to meet them and to know them a little bit. Got some pointers from them, but they were taking pictures of this Oldsmobile, and I'm going to show you the picture here. You may have seen this picture on the website. It didn't come out, I know, in the video, but if you've been over the website, you may have seen this picture. I was so happy with how that picture turned out. It was so cool to be able to be there with them, to get to talk to them and have that car there, and I got to talk to the owner of the car, and he was really cool as well. It was just a really cool moment for somebody like me. It's just getting into the photography side of things and being able to bring that, and it was very, very cool. So I hope you guys enjoy seeing that picture in itself. Another thing, after we got done with Power Tour, that was an amazing trip, and you can go back and watch the videos through that. I had a lot of fun. There was a lot of things that happened that didn't necessarily make it on those videos because just time restraints and everything, and that's always going to happen when we're out trying to take pictures and videos and do that in such a quick time frame, but I love it. It was so much fun. I hope you guys are enjoying that. If you can just leave me a comment, let me know what you guys are thinking about those videos as we go into the new year. I'm hoping to do a lot more, so be looking for that, and I'll talk about that here in just a minute because I want to talk about where we're going with the channel in the future. But As we went, got through Power Tour, we went into Drag Week a couple weeks later. I didn't know that I was actually going to be doing the whole thing, and I just felt like I was supposed to, and I went and did it. Benny's engine, as you probably know if you watch those, didn't exactly make it all the way up there without having issues, but he made it the entire trip. I could not believe it that we blew a head gasket on the first day and still made it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. However, one of the crazy things that came about that was I actually got to meet those guys with the other Volvo wagon, one that's slightly faster than mine, the 6-second Volvo wagon. That those guys were really cool. Just being able to meet them and get to know them over the trip was a really cool thing. Got to drive with them on the first day a little bit. Got a picture of my wagon with theirs, and that was just a really cool moment in all. But on the fourth day, and this picture has been shown in a video, I was able to get a couple pictures of rolling pictures with them. As you know, Brandon and Kyle were able to join up with me in Indy and drive a little bit so I could take pictures out of the window, which was actually one of the first opportunities that I've got with subjects with cars like that to get rollers. And I had so much fun with it. And these pictures turned out so great that I wanted to make sure that they made it on this list of the best things of 2021, because I just thought they turned out so cool. And I just want to keep making content like that for you. So yeah, just be looking forward to seeing more stuff like that, because it was a lot of fun. I enjoy that stuff, and I hope you guys do too. Also, another crazy thing that happened in 2021 is I actually got to meet Larry Chen. If you're around the photography world at all, or around cars in that regard, you may know Larry Chen. He's a very, very famous photographer, videographer that goes to a whole bunch of different events and is really one of my inspirations. And I got to talk to him at PRI this last fall. Well, I guess it was in December, so it wasn't that long ago. I got to talk to Larry, got to do an interview with him, which you could be looking forward to seeing that interview, because it will be coming out on the channel. I do have a couple videos from 2021 that have not been finished yet, and we're going to talk about the plan a little bit going into next year. I have a couple of those videos that will be coming out here in the early of January, and then we've been filming a build series that will be coming out after that, hopefully before a major event coming up in February. And if you know anything about the drag and drive world, you know that in February, Sick Week is happening. So I'm really excited to announce, yay, announcements, that I actually get to go on Sick Week this year. Go down to Florida, roll with them. I'm going to be in the sick board with a car. So that will be good. And it's going to be a great time, be able to bring footage to you guys. So if you guys like that drag and drive stuff and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, because we're going to be at a lot of those events this year. I'm looking to really push the envelope on how much we get done this year, going and seeing all these different events. So be looking forward to that. And then, yeah, that's pretty much what's going to happen for this next year. I hope you guys are going to be with me through it, because there's a lot of crazy things that are going to happen. The schedule is not completely done yet, but we are working on it, and I will keep you guys up to date whenever I know everything that we are going for in the future. So I guess that's going to be it for the best of 2021. It was a crazy year. I hope you guys had so much fun as I did through the year, and I'm looking forward to 2022 and really ramping up the channel and doing a lot more. So with that being said, have a blessed day, and I will see you guys in the next video.